Thank you for joining me for What a Story. And tell me your name and what you do.
My name is Arthur Umlauf, and I'm a sculptor. And I started that when I was 50 years old. I went from being a cabinet maker and a carpenter and
You're a locksmith?
locksmith for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then when we moved to Georgia or Alabama first,
Yeah.
is when I changed uh, what I was going to do with my life. I was remodeling the house that we bought there. In the different places that we moved into, I was always remodeling houses and things like that. Couldn't avoid the car.
Mhm.
And but maybe I go back to the history that as my carpenter business was, way I started when I started in Calcasieu millwork, and this is down off of First Street in Austin. South First Bridge, it comes over.
Mm.
And then the next one is Lamar,
Okay.
right in between that.
Okay.
There was a cement big plant right there too
Okay.
for a while. But
Right.
where I worked in the Calcasieu, that place in the mill there, they made anything. They made spiral staircases, they made cabinets, they made picture frames, and I remember a horse trough.
Oh, wow.
For the horse, it was a big trough.
What year do
This was probably in 1967,
you? Okay.
68.
Yeah. And what were a lot of the guys who worked there? Was there an interesting group of guys?
Yeah, they were the ones that really were in charge. Not, well, I would say the head boss was Richard Hilcher from Germany. And these guys, there were several of them that after World War II, they were prisoners of war there. And in Texas, there was can't remember the name of it, but there was outside of Austin, there was a place with a camp where some of the German prisoners.
German prisoner camp
Yeah.
outside of
Well,
Austin. Okay. Yeah.
And when war was over, they didn't want to go back to Germany. They wanted to stay here.
Wow.
And so a lot of them were in there. I bet you were 6 of them in there that were ex-German prisoners.
Wow.
Growing up in good friends of mine were George Kinney and Roky Erickson. And we sort of hung out together pretty close there. Went from elementary school all the way up to junior high. And Roky became his band was Roky and the 13th Floor Elevators. And so he was very well known. This is back in the 60s, 65, 66. So in there, he started the band, and he got known as the first psychedelic museum.
Right.
That's what he's known for. He's really one of the beginning of that. And he got known real well in Austin, then got known more so in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went out to San Francisco and went too far out there.
Right.
The problem with Roky, when they played, they took LSD, and they thought that it's good to play be high on LSD at the same time.
Mm. They thought they were more creative on LSD.
More creative, and they're like that.
So they were high all the time.
They're high all the time. Wow. And some of the people did that. I just don't know how I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't mind getting high, but I couldn't stay high all the time.
Right.
Which some of the people did back then.
Yeah.
So when they go out to Haight-Ashbury and stuff like that, that's what they were. They were, in the morning till night, they went to bed. They were high.
Wow.
So anyway.
Did he ever show you when you were kids? Did he ever play the guitar for you or ever?
Yeah, it was the first time we really knew that Roky was talented as he was. And several of those friends and I went over, were messing around, and went over to his house he said, "Let me show you something." And he got out his guitar, and he got his "This Is Mick" with Bob Dylan was going on his strong. And he put on the harmonica, and he started playing guitar and playing the harmonica and singing Bob Dylan songs, and we said, we were shocked. Where he, where's he been,
Yeah, yeah.
And it was from then on, then he met the guys from Houston that were the rest of the 13th floor elevator. Because these guys, I don't know where Rocky met them, but through whatever he did, he met them, and that became the elevators.
Wow.
I can't remember all the names of the guys that were really doing there, but they went out to California with him too. And some of them took too much LSD, and they never did
Come down.
come back.
Wow.
Rocky did leave, including Rocky.
Correct.
Rocky had a hard time after that, but he didn't ever come down. But
do you remember his parents? What did
his parents, his mother was very well. His mother was very well known for as a singer. She used to sing on the Cactus Fire show, which every evening when you watch TV, there's Cactus Fire would come on around supper time, around 6 o'clock, and she would sing, and he would have different guests come along there and do different things. But she was just at least once or twice a week, she would be on the Cactus Fire show singing.
But the thing about that is you have to understand, when I was a kid, we moved from Houston, Texas to Austin. Houston had 3 TV stations, okay, 3. So there was always something interesting on or whatever. And then we moved to Austin, and you know what? 1 TV station.
KTBC.
And I think they had the 10 o'clock news, last about 30 minutes, and then it went to that test pattern. So there was nothing on after 10.
At 10 o'clock, one off.
And so the fact that, they drew on whatever performers were in Austin was the standard fare. And Cactus Fire was a known, he did public service announcements and everything. He would interview anybody that came through town that was important, so he was a known rapper. So the fact that he recruited this woman who could sing in her, on the TV was a big thing in Austin.
Yeah.
And so anybody that watched TV during that time have heard this woman sing, and everybody knows Cactus Fire. He's a historical.
Well, his mother, Annie Rocky, I think George too. They were involved with the Zach and Scott Theater, and Mary Grace did the Anything Goes, the first.
I costumed the first show in the new building.
In the new building that they had
about 1970.
Down there, next to the Lamar Bridge and the river. Like,
or the newspaper? Was it? Oh, okay.
This is the Lamar Bridge. All right.
I remember the theater that was there.
Yeah, it was the Zachary Scott Theater. Well, that's what it used to be downtown, right there next to the South First Bridge. When it comes over, they used to be right in there. They had a little theater there that I know Rocky and George were involved in that. They knew each other there because George's mother was an actor too, same as or a performer of some sort. But she did die. She died early, and Rocky's mother was big in that. So
Austin was a small town, so
yeah, it was 100,000 people.
5 or 10 people who could disarm to do anything. That was a big deal.
Yeah, there was 100,000 people in Austin at that time.
Wow.
So that was when before it boomed.
Yeah.
Well,
before all the students came and didn't go home.
Yeah,
that's how that worked.
Oh wow, that's great. Well, thank you for the interview. This is great. It's great to get to.
That's the early days.
It's your the very early days. So
yeah.
Thank you so much. More than you ever want.
Not anyway. If you want to see where I am now, I got a website, and it's umlaufgallery.com.
Yeah, UMLAUS gallery.com.
Yeah.
All one word. umlaufgallery.com.
Okay, I'll have it in this description below. So
okay.
Well, thank you for giving me all this great history.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye bye.